Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing a mascara from Lancome called Hypnose Mascara here, and it's a new one that I've been trying out now for several weeks, and I've also been using the Cils Booster XL, which is a product you can use as a primer for the lashes to kind of lengthen them more, boost them up, and nourish them as well. So I'm going to be talking kind of about both of these products. I'm going to show you some pictures of whether that will kind of prove to you whether or not this really makes a difference, and I will also take you through some application tips showing you exactly how one of the best methods to apply Lancome Hypnose is, or how it worked best for me. So just to start off, this is a traditional brush mascara. I know we've seen a lot of rubber brush mascaras coming out recently, but as you can see, this is what the brush looks like. It's got a lot of bristles, and they're not extremely long bristles. So the brush is a little bit bent. I'm bent probably isn't really the right word, but it comes in just a little bit towards the middle, and it's a little more full on either side. I really like the way it, the formula is very black. So you put it on and you don't get that sort of, like, okay, it looks black while it's kind of wet, but then it dries on your lashes and it just looks kind of chalky or lighter than it appeared. This is truly a black mascara, and the color I have it in is actually called Deep Black. So you're really going to get that rich, dark look on your lashes. I also like the fact that it really separates. It gives you the look of a lot of volume, meaning a lot of lashes show up. Not just, each lash looks thicker or each lash looks longer, but you actually appear to have a lot of eyelashes because it manages to highlight them all. A lot of that comes from the application, which I'll get to more in a minute here. But that was really what caused me to pursue this mascara as an option, because I was reading the Makeup by Mario blog, and I noticed that in a lot of his Get the Look articles, which he is a makeup artist for Kim Kardashian in a lot of situations and other celebrities as well, but he uses this mascara a lot. So I was excited to sort of see for myself if I got the effect that I thought he was getting when he used it on some of his celebrity clients. So I really like how, once again, it thickens, it lengthens, it volumizes, and it also really lasts all throughout the day without flaking off on me. I mean, I've worn this throughout newscasts, throughout just random days, and it does not come off even if I put it on the lower lashes like I have on there today. Again, I feel like I got a lot of length and a lot of volume with this mascara, so really happy with that. Now when we bring in the primer, I'm going to show you some pictures here. One eye has the primer on it and the Hypnose, and one eye just has Lancome Hypnose on it. These were taken a couple days ago. Today all I have on is Hypnose, but you'll be able to see a little bit what the difference is with the Cils Booster. On the one eye, I may have noticed a little more length, but I also didn't feel like I got quite the separation that I get just with Lancome alone. Now, it's not a really huge difference, and I think I really just like it better with the Hypnose. I wouldn't necessarily say you have to run out and get this, although this is known to have some nourishing qualities. Some people, I was reading on another sort of product explanation of this, that some people like to wear this at night, just as sort of a lash fortifying treatment type thing. So, if you feel like it's getting your lashes in better condition or keeping them nice and soft, I guess that's one thing, but still, even just with Hypnose on there, I mean, I don't have the feeling of hard, rigid lashes that are just going to snap off or something like that. It still remains a very soft, kind of flexible feel to the lashes. So you don't necessarily need that to have the feel that your lashes are in good condition. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Once again, I would really recommend this for the fact that it's very rich in black. It gives you the look of a lot of lashes, but it also comes down to the application. And if this is a new product for you and there's still a lot of formula in the tube here, and a lot is coming off on the brush. I do have some application tips. So with the application, one thing you're going to want to do first off is make sure that any excess is off the tip of the brush, something you pretty much have to do with any mascara you pull out, just so that little area when you get in with your inner lashes, it doesn't get clumpy. Then I'm going to sort of look down into my mirror, and since this is sort of a fresh new mascara, instead of really wiggling it and going quickly, you know, wiggling it between my lashes, I'm actually going to go very slowly, sort of pressing the brush onto the lashes and getting the most definition I can get, the most volume, making more lashes stand out. When you go slower, you really get that. You're probably seeing them show up there on camera a little bit. A slow mascara application can really help, and if you feel like you are getting clumps, you know, take one of those bare mascara brushes that you can get, like, you know, in little packages from Sally's and stuff, and kind of comb through again. But as you can see, I've gone really slowly through my lashes, and I feel like I'm getting the look of more lashes when I do it like that. If you want to go back for another coat, do it again, but, you know, go about it in the very same way. Kind of just press the wand onto your lashes, going nice and slow, really helping to define each one. Potentially there's a lot of formula that can get on this brush, and the more you get on there, sometimes the lashes kind of team up, section off, and go their own way. So you want the look of lots of lush lashes, so that's my tip for doing it. And then for the lower lashes, I'm not big into like hugely spotlighted lower lashes, but so you could get that look if you wanted to, but for me, I'm just very lightly going over that in much the same manner because I really don't want a thick or clumpy look on the lower lashes. Again, I am hugely impressed with this mascara, not only with how it looks and how it gives you the look of a whole lot of eyelashes, but I also love that it wears on and on throughout the day, and you continue to have that nice rich black look to your lashes, and you don't, even on your lower lash line, I don't deal with any sort of flaking off or smudging. If I were to give you a drugstore alternative to this, the closest thing I would say I have used is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This is a really good mascara, and honestly it gives a very similar look to Hypnose. Hypnose gives a little more length, and it also, I think, holds up a little better throughout the day. I will occasionally have a little bit of flaking with the Voluminous, just it seems to maybe just not wear quite as well. Maybe some of the little microfibers that are in it don't necessarily hang on or aren't sealed in there quite as well once you put the mascara on, and so you get a little more flaking with the Voluminous. Not bad. I mean, trust me, if you really don't want to spend what it takes to buy Hypnose, then go to your drugstore and buy this, and you will come close. But once again, this really adds the length, and it also has the fantastic staying power throughout the day. So that is my take on Hypnose and the Cils Booster, and sort of an alternative, the next best thing if you want to pick it up from the drugstore. So thank you so much for tuning in for this video, and have a great day.